Hello, not that way. Good morning. Just there. Figured we'd go live. We are tendering in Sicily. Um, it's the side of Sicily we haven't been on yet, but we decided to have a strategic port sea day today because the next 2 days are really busy, especially for Tam. Hello, hi. Hey, Beth Ann. Um, so tomorrow we're in Naples, and me and Tam have a short excursion to the Palace of Caserta, which will be a lot of walking. We have a bus that's taking us, oh, thank you for the rose, taking us to the palace, and then we're going to kind of walk around the grounds for a few hours. And so that's going to be a busy day. And then the next day is in Rome. Oh, thank you. And Tam has a very long day doing the World Wonder excursion to the Colosseum, which is a lot of walking. And I've been to the Colosseum a few times, so I'm going to stay on the ship. Make sure to get pizza in Naples. Naples has the best pizza. So yes, we'll try and see if we can find pizza. That'd be fun. Um, Tam is here, not on camera as always, per their choice. But Tam has a mic, so um, what's that? So anyway, we are tendering today, and what's the name of the town? It's like Sicusa, Sicily,
Syracuse.
Syracusa,
Syracuse.
Syracuse. It ends in an A. It ends in like USA. Syracusa? I don't know. We haven't been here before. We have been to Messina, and the last time we were in Messina, we got a taxi tour up to the old um, mountain village, which was really really cool. So today, what's that?
Taormina.
Yes, what Tam just said. Like Taormina, the old town, which is really cool. The temperature has been hot. Yesterday, I just posted our video from our tour yesterday, taxi tour around Malta, and it was so incredibly warm. I think I overheated. Hey, TJ. Um, so yeah, this is Royal Caribbean's Ultimate World Cruise. There is another cruise ship that actually got to dock over there. You can kind of see it. Let's see if I can make the finger move over there. They got the dock. We're tendering, which is a nice little bay though, so it's not bad. I did complain to the hotel director that Royal Caribbean doesn't have any flags up today, and there's only today and tomorrow left of Pride Month. So they did have the Pride flag up yesterday after I complained, but
After a week.
after a week, yeah,
Not having it.
after a week of not having it. So, um, but they did put it up yesterday, so we'll see if they could get around to putting it up today. Hello, hi from Australia. So,
I think so. That's meant to be doing the flag is anti-pride.
yeah, I don't know. I get that impression. I don't want to come out and say that, but when it's a repeated occurrence, and then you kind of have to ask yourself. Um, Hope you enjoyed Australia. Of course, we enjoyed Australia. Australia's amazing. Hi from England. We'll be there soon. I'll say soon. End of July. We'll be in Southampton. I know. Hopefully, it's at least up for tomorrow, but we'll see. Um,
There's also some young, aspiring bigots on the ship who are stealing our pride magnets as well.
yeah, we had our pride magnets on our door for like 193 days, and then when people got on in Ravenna, half of them went missing. We found a lot of them, but we're still missing three. And yeah, they seem to target the Pride ones. Everyone else has magnets from all the places they've gone. Nobody's touched those, but the Pride ones seem to disappear. So, hey, from Liverpool and from Canada. So this is nice little area here. It's very beautiful. It is very warm. You can see most people are still out. All the sun worshippers will be back probably in an hour or two. It is actually a short tender day. I think the last tender is like 2:30,
3:30.
maybe 3:30, maybe 3:30. Um, Probably world cruise quitters after your artwork. I don't know, maybe,
Possibly.
possibly.
That did happen after that.
It did happen after that.
And some of the critters have family on board.
Yeah. So, yeah, there was some people a little bent out of shape over that.
It's not our fault they quit.
Yeah, I mean, we were just stating facts. I mean, anyway, I wouldn't put it past some of them.
And they celebrated the 200 days on board, but they haven't been on board for more than 150. So,
Oh, thank you. I, a lot of people say I'm calming. I don't know why. Um, so after Rome, so next tomorrow's Naples, and then we go Rome. There's a 9 day cruise from Rome to Barcelona with no sea days in it at all. It is like 9 port days. Oh, thank you.
but we've got Port Sea Day because we're not getting up in
Yeah,
Canananga.
well, that's after Barcelona. That one.
Is it?
Yeah, but I think Cannes we probably won't get off in. We're gonna get off in. No, Cannes will get off it. It's Nice. I don't know. We'll find a port that we don't really
I
need
mean,
to.
if we just get off in some ports and just go for an hour wander or so and get back on, we're fine.
Yeah. So we may do that. We may explore more thoroughly than others, and others we just kind of get off and see what's there. I mean, I've been to Livorno and Florence. I love Florence. I'd love for you to see Florence, but it's after 2 days of really busy days. So,
I don't know how many Italian cities I need to see.
well, true.
Like, it's all the same stuff. And it's just like if people say, eat pizza. How much pizza do we need to eat? Pizza's not my favourite food.
But pizza in Naples is special.
Arancini.
Arancini is good too. Have you had to ship anything brought back to the state? We haven't brought anything back yet. We've got some stuff in our cabin, mostly magnets. We collect magnets, so they're easily stackable and they make real small. Gelato in Florence, yes, love gelato. We haven't actually had gelato yet in any Italy towns yet this cruise. We definitely need to do gelato. Thank you. Um, what was it? Was the other question? I think I missed a question. Maybe there'll be a nice port to take a nap at while you're somewhere. So I'm looking forward to Portofino. I've never been to Portofino. I don't think we're going to do much, but I want to get off the ship and just kind of go to like a little cafe, something maybe, and get a bite. And
I'm just going to put it out there that we've seen enough churches, enough cathedrals, enough castles, enough forts, enough temples, enough shrines. They're all pretty much the same. I have hundreds of photos of doors. We don't need any more of those.
they do have hundreds of photos of doors. I can confirm that. Yeah, it's true. So we'll see. We'll play it by ear. We are going to get off in, is it Nice or Cannes we get to first? I think Nice.
We're going to go to Monaco.
We're going to go to Monaco. It's a tender port. They're both tender ports. But we're going to go off, and supposedly the train station in Nice is like 500 meters from where the tender drops you off. And then it's like a 30-minute train ride to Monaco. And so we can check off another country. So that's our plan for that. Okay, bye from Oklahoma. Thank you for joining. Thank you all for joining in. I have a question. What question mark? I don't know what the question is. Monaco is beautiful. Oh, that's cool. We weren't going to go there originally, but we're trying to catch up on countries. We're also doing in Barcelona three countries in one day. So we're gonna get up early, and we did a Viator tour where we meet them in Barcelona, and then we drive to France to have lunch, and then we go to Andorra in the afternoon, and then we come back to Barcelona. So we'll pick up Andorra. Um, hello, hello, hello from Alaska. Wow, that's far away too. Got the train from Nice too. There was nowhere to park the camper in Monaco. Oh, did you come on a camper van? That's cool. Um, yeah, there's not a lot of places in Europe. I've never really tried to drive in Europe. other than like Scotland and Ireland are the only places I realize Scotland's not really in Europe anymore, but and it wasn't when I was there either. I was there in '98. But um, thank you, moderators, for keeping everybody on top of things. That's so cool to be able to do a camper thing around Europe. I bet he did. Um, so we've got a lot of things planned over the next few weeks. We're coming up on probably 2 months and a week left. A little 2 months and a little over a week left. Oh, thank you. And so still a lot to see. Um, we're sending out positive thoughts. We might have a lead on the boat we're trying to sell. So got contract negotiations in work. We got to come down and look at it and do a sea trial. So fingers crossed that all goes well. Um, and so that's positive news. We're looking forward to that, keeping that positive energy going. I'll probably do a live from Rome because I'll be up here all day by myself. I may do live as well. We'll have a question and answer session. Um, what's the first thing you're looking forward to when you get home in Florida? Having a dog lick my face because I know he's going to do that. Puppy love, and seeing our daughter, and then eventually seeing our other family and stuff. And so, um, we're still looking forward to seeing all the places we've got to go between now and September. But you know, it's winding down, and 6 months is a long time to cruise. 9 months even longer. I don't think we'll. If you asked at the beginning, we used to say, "Yeah, we'll do a 9 month cruise again." Um, we could live on a cruise ship. Yeah, we like cruising. And now we're like, yeah, I don't think we could do another 9 month cruise. We could do 3 month cruises probably, or 4 month cruises, but probably not a 9 month cruise. Yeah, hope the boat finds a new family soon. Hopefully, one that loves her. Our daughter is watching the puppy right now, and this is a hard time of year because of in the U.S. 4th of July, our neighborhood shoots off all kinds of fireworks, and our puppy has PTSD over loud noises, and so he's what's that? Yeah, he was a rescue dog, and before we found him, he'd been shot in the leg, and loud noises scare him. Also, scares him is white men in baseball caps driving white pickup trucks for some reason. Not that that's a profile of anything, but that particular combination just freaks him out. That's what he's scared of. That's what he's scared of. We do have medicine. We have a couple of different pills to calming. Gabapentin and Tramadol, yeah. Yes, we're married. Um, and so that helps, the calming, and we have calming chews. And a thunder vest, yeah. But but he still freaks out. And once he gets into that mode where he's scared, he's got to stand on top of everything. Do you miss working at NASA? I miss the people. I still follow all the NASA stuff. I'm very excited. You work at SpaceX. That's cool. They've done a lot to push the envelope. I'm really excited for all the stuff they're doing and what they're planning to do. Um, you're scared of white men in baseball caps too? Yeah, I get it. Um, yeah, and it's bad, especially like soldiers and things like that that have been veterans that have PTSD, and these people shoot off mortars in our backyard, and we get like debris landing on our roof and stuff. It's like it's just horrible. I hate 4th of July and New Year's Eve because of that. SpaceX is they've made landing booster rockets seem blasé. It was never done before really significantly, and then they do it all the time now, and now they're pushing the envelope with Starship. I think it'd be really exciting. Um, so very excited about all the stuff they're doing. I'm not quite sure on their lunar lander stuff, but we'll see how that goes. Um, see you later, Beth Ann. We'll talk to you soon. We'll see you soon. Um, yeah, so it's all been pretty good. We've met a lot of friends on the cruise, friends that we'll keep for life, and we've also got people that we know are not our tribe. Um, did you say what I did for NASA? I have other videos where I did on our YouTube channel and stuff, but briefly, I used to work Space Shuttle main engine avionics, and then I ended my career with SLS and Orion as the many job titles from system engineering manager to operations manager to chief architect. So a lot of different roles. Um, I'm not nervous for Starliner. I mean, they're making a lot of news on the news about it, about the astronauts being trapped. And this is a test mission. They're just being cautious and testing out the software logic on the ground before they have to use it. They're not in any emergency. They're not in any rush. They're perfectly safe where they are on board the International Space Station. So um, I'm not nervous for them at all. They can leave whenever they need to. If they have an emergency, the Starliner will take them back home safely. As this is a test flight, they're trying to make sure they understand it enough and be able to get the data with the new software for the thrusters on this, test it on the ground, and then actually use it in flight for the next time. So, oh, thank you. But no, I'm not nervous at all for Starliner. Um, do I mean, NASA has this weird thing where they like to have two contractors for everything. I actually didn't do aerospace engineering. I did computer engineering, but I did spend a lot of my time on liquid fueled rocket engines with my career. So, um, you pick up a lot from osmosis and working on systems for many, many years. Um, my granddaughter went for aerospace engineering and she works for Relativity Space now, actually working out in Stennis Space Center testing their rocket engines. So, yeah, the news always exact because it's a headline. They put a headline that's like astronaut stranded on space station, and then you're like, okay, well, what's going on here? And then you read it, and it's like, no, nothing. Um, let's see what else. When we get home, I don't know. We're going to spend a few months probably at home. Um, we've got things to do in town and around the area, doctor's appointments to go visit. I'll start back up my laser hair removal. I have about 9 sessions of laser hair removal through Ideal Image, and I used 2 or 3 of them before I left, and so I'll start it back up and finish that out. I'm very proud of her, yeah, and proud of all my granddaughters and daughters. They all have amazing careers, whether they're in aerospace or um, therapy or health, disability care, and all those things. So everybody is doing awesome. Um, I think we're going to probably, the next cruise we have booked is in February. So it's February 3rd, 2025, on Independence of the Seas out of Miami. And it's part of the Big Gay Cruise. And so it's only a 5-day cruise, and it does the Western Caribbean. It does Cozumel and Grand Cayman. And so if anyone wants to meet us on that cruise, we will be there. Me and Tam and our daughter Jordan will be on the Big Gay Cruise, and it'll be a lot of fun. It's a family-friendly gay cruise. It's not like
Atlantis.
Atlantis and some of the other ones. It's not like a hookup cruise. It's family-friendly entertainment. There's drag shows from people that have starred on RuPaul's drag show, and comedians and DJs and stuff like that. It's a lot of fun, and I would encourage anyone if they want to have a good time on a big gay cruise to go check out Independence of the Seas February 3rd, 2025. You can book it yourself, or you can go to biggaycruise.com and book it through them. If you book it yourself, the only thing, there's a fee to attend all the Big Gay Cruise events, which is like $100 or $125 or something. They have to pay to them, but it's not bad. If you get a better deal through your travel agent, just book it through them. So, Tam is like right over there, just off the camera. They don't really like to be in front of the camera. They prefer to be behind it. Um, so I'm respecting that wish. So whereas me, I don't have a problem being in front of the camera. Not that I have. I'm not going to say that. Anyway, never mind. Looks like moderators are getting their job cut out for them today. Thank you all. Thank you, Tam. Thank you, TJ. Um, so, hello from Australia. We will be back to Australia. We have a lot of family that lives in Australia. It might be a place we move to. I don't know. We have a puppy dog. Is the thing that there's a puppy dog and a cat that are limiting. Like we want to move out of Florida eventually, um, but we have a puppy dog that we can't. Like going to Australia, we couldn't bring him there, and he'd have like 6 months in quarantine. We wouldn't do that to him. So we'll see. It'll be a few years, but we'll probably move somewhere eventually. Favorite port so far? Still has to be Maria, I think, after even all these. Though I really like the Seychelles and Mauritius. Um, I loved sailing out of Kotor, Croatia, through the channels and everything like that. That was really beautiful. Um, we live in South Oz, so that's cool. We normally hang out in Victoria, but we've looked at Western Australia. Um, and it wasn't a port, but Antarctica was magical. It was such a magical place. It stunned. I mean, the beauty stunned me. I would say that. I mean, it took me like a week to just process everything I'd seen and try and absorb it because it was so incredibly beautiful. If you ever get a chance to go to Antarctica, I would heavily recommend it. I would highly recommend it. And we just got super lucky. We were in Gestalt Bay and Paradise Bay. The water was glass, zen-like. And there were whales everywhere, and penguins everywhere, and icebergs everywhere. And because of that latitude we were at, the sky was a really interesting yellowy color. It was amazing. Oh, thank you for watching our videos. Everyone, I appreciate all you guys watching. We're trying to capture what we do, and we love that we can take you along with us. Um, Tomorrow is going to be a big day. We had planned this since before the cruise. For tomorrow's excursion, we planned before the cruise. Actually, Tam was the impetus behind this. There was no royal excursion to where we're going, and Tam did research and said, "I want to go to the Palace of Caserta because they have a really big English garden."
It was done by the daughter of the head coach.
Yeah, and so Tam asked around and posted it on the Facebook group and said, "Hey, here's what I want to do." And then over time, a number of people said, "Yeah, that sounds like fun. We'd like to do that too." And then somebody stepped in and organized a bus. So they hired a bus, and we all gave them money to take us from the port to the Palace of Caserta, and they'll bring us back to the port. And then we all independently bought the tickets to get into the Palace of Caserta, and we're doing that tomorrow. And so that's a big deal. And that's something Tam has wanted to do since before the excursion. And so it's going to be a really cool day. And looking forward. I've never been there. I've been to Naples a couple of times. Been to Pompeii uh, twice. Been to just into Naples, not going out of there. And so this is new. This will be a new place. It's a little town. I don't know, about 20 minutes outside of Naples, maybe. It'll be fun. Looking forward to it. It's got like, what do you call it? The aqueduct. The water comes down out of the mountains and then it flows right through the palace grounds and waters the gardens and everything like that. I'm looking forward to seeing that. That'll be really cool.
They've got a big, massive sculptured fountain and the English gardens with ponds and stuff.
That'll be really cool. That's okay. If you need to sleep, you need to sleep. It's hard time zones. I know it's like 6:45 on the East Coast of the U.S. and other places around the world, or everybody's got their own time zone. I decided to come live because we're here. It's the afternoon. There's not many people up in our living room, and figured it was a good opportunity. So if you if you if you have to go ahead and go. I had no issues with that. So, um, but thank you all for joining when you're here, and still haven't seen any pride flags come up. I did complain, and Philip was kind of like, work on it, but I don't see any flags going up today. I wonder what the deal is. I'm a little bummed about that. because we've had to pretty much everything that we've done on the ship for this cruise for Pride Month was pretty much guest directed, pushed. Like, hey, we want to do a Pride party. We want to do this. We would like to have a, and
But it's not just that; it's all the minority stuff.
yeah,
Has to be guest led.
yeah, yeah. Whether it was Black History
So
Month or Juneteenth or something, it was all guest led. It's not something the royals like. Well, we're going to do this for you. So I don't know. Good morning. Good morning. How are you all? Um, we are. We're these people just getting on. We are tendered off the coast of Sicily, and we decided to stay on the ship today because we have a couple busy days coming up. And so today is what we call a strategic port sea day, because technically we're in port, but we're treating it like a sea day and we're staying on the ship. So, and we have to do that because there's so many port days in the Mediterranean and Europe. Like the next leg, we have 2 more days on this leg. So we have Naples and then Rome. And then the next leg from Rome to Barcelona is a 9 day cruise and there's 0 sea days. It's all port days. Hey, Vermont. So the next port is Naples. Did Anthony get up for the sunrise? That's cool. We don't.
Anthony has a balcony. It's easier.
It's easier. He has a balcony. We have an inside room, so it involves getting dressed and all that other stuff. And Tam has gotten up for some of the balconies, but today was not one of those days.
You said some of the balconies.
Some of the sun, you know what I mean. Not some of the balconies. Some of the sunrises from deck 5 and going around the ship. But it's hard for us because we're an inside room, so we don't know the sunset's going to be amazing unless we happen to see it on. We do keep the map, the little mappy thing I get from the TV on channel 3, and it rotates through cameras of different views on the map, and then it shows the camera from the bridge. So sometimes we can kind of see it looks like it's going to be a good sunrise if we happen to be awake and looking at the TV. Um, our favorite cruise line is Royal. We're loyal to Royal. We do Royal Caribbean. I've done a few others, but we mostly do Royal Caribbean. Once you get to a certain point on Royal, the perks kick in, and it really doesn't pay to do any other. How long would it take you to walk to the Closet Cafe from the ship? I don't know what that means.
There must be a cafe out there. You can't walk to anything right now.
We'd have to get a tender. So to get off the ship today, we'd have to go down. You can see the tenders coming in. I don't know if you can kind of see them there.
That means the closest cafe.
Oh, the closest cafe. The closest cafe. So the closest cafe for us is Latitudes on deck 5, and so we just go down to deck 5 from deck 13. But if we're off the ship, we'd have to get a tender, and then it's about maybe 15-minute tender ride. It looks like to.
Latitude's coffee is drinkable, but it's not good.
Yeah, it is barista coffee. So sorry, closest. Yeah. So we would have to get a tender, and then so it's about a 30-minute ordeal probably to get to a cafe on the port today because it's a tender port.
Which we could do, but we just don't want to.
Yeah. We just decided strategically that today was a day of rest because it was really hot yesterday, especially in Medina, the walled city, ancient walled city on the other side where we went to. And we walked around there for only about 40 minutes, but I overheated. I severely overheated. And it was so hot. How do you think you will feel on your last day?
I want to see my puppy and my daughter.
Mixed emotions. We're going to be sad.
Driving's going to be hard.
We're going to be sad that we're leaving a lot of friends. We're going to be stressed out because we got to go to the Miami airport to get a rental car and then bring it back and then load up all our luggage onto the rental car and then drive 3 hours to get home. But then once we get home, we'll be kind of like relaxed and happy and get to see everyone, see people. And so, oh, thank you. So it's going to be a mixed set of emotions. We've already warned our daughter. We said when we get home that first day, we're not going grocery shopping that day. We're not doing anything. We're probably going to order Domino's that night because we're just going to be dead exhausted from the emotions and the driving and everything. And so that's our plan for September 10th. I did book a car. I booked an SUV out of Miami Airport. So I'm gonna take a shuttle bus or Uber, one of the two, from the port to Miami Airport in the morning, and Tam will stay with the luggage, and then I'll bring the car over, and then Tam will do the Tetris master thing that they do and load all the luggage into.
We'll be fine. We've got less than we can.
We do have less because we left 3 suitcases in Australia.
And we also had other people's luggage.
We did. We brought things for other people.
Yeah.
So yeah, it'll be much easier. Yeah, I know. I'm not crazy about Domino's, but they deliver.
I like their cheesy bread.
Tam does like the cheesy bread with
Spinach and
ricotta and
feta.
spinach and feta. Yeah. But our daughter seems to have gotten really good on using DoorDash while we're gone, so might be something else we can order. Uh, I don't know. I've never had issues with sea legs, but after 9 months on a cruise, maybe
It's going to be weird
it,
sleeping, I reckon.
it will be weird sleeping. I think just getting used to being back home and the bed and the surroundings, and not having somebody drain the pool at 12 midnight or 3 in the morning.
Or going at 3 this morning, banging and crashing in the room. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, so we picked a room by a. There
You
was
picked.
I picked. I know. I picked a room. I thought it would just had a room on one side and there was like a crew area on the other side. Turns out the area on the other side was the pool maintenance room, and so they tend to do pool maintenance in the middle of the night. That's a great idea. Anyway,
At
we
3 a.m.
at 3 a.m. We won't stay in Florida forever. I don't know. Our daughter is kind of like this is the first place she's really felt home, so we're hoping it gets better. So, I mean, we could stay conceivably in Florida if it gets better, and by that I mean less
Politically.
politically better.
You don't have to buck around it. Just
Yeah,
say politically.
politically better. I mean, I'm a trans woman in Florida, so if you look at the map of the U.S. From an LGBT and trans friendly, Florida is a do not travel state for trans people, and I'm currently living there. So yeah, yay! But hopefully it gets better. So we sleep really well in our inside cabin when it's rocking a little bit. We
We
get
also sleep better. We've had a dog in our bed that kicks us out.
well, that's true too. We'll get a dog in our in even though I have a king size bed, it's not big enough for Tam and I and the dog. The dog seems to think he gets most of the bed. I haven't watched the whole debate. It started at 3 in the morning, and so I probably will go watch it at some point. I did watch some snippets and other stuff.
It wasn't really a debate. It
It's a
was more just
yeah, it's a shame that the format they never questioned all the
campaign
lies.
speeches.
Something happened to me and I popped off the side of the screen. I don't know how to do it. Hold on. This thing happened again where it did this. I don't know why it's doing that.
Do you need me to drag it?
No, I got it. I think I'm now bigger.
That's okay.
Port St. John there, same boat. Can't decide on anything. Yeah, I know. Hopefully it gets better. I really do. Um, I will probably watch it, but it's sad that they didn't when one person just has a stream of
He
lies
was
that nonstop.
gaslighting Biden. Biden
Yeah,
has a stutter.
yeah.
Biden was getting gaslit. Like, it was just bullshit.
And when you say so many lies in a 2 minute time frame that you can't comprehend, and it's like, how do you address all this in one time? And then you only got so much time to reply. It wasn't a very
People should read Heather Cox
yeah.
Richardson because she explains the gaslighting that occurred at that so-called debate.
But yeah, I agree. It was a rough week for U.S. politics. The SCOTUS has handed down some really horrible
SCOTUS
decisions.
is disgusting right now.
Horrible decisions this week. So, yay! I'm hoping it gets better. If we all get out and vote in November, everyone. If you're a U.S. citizen and you're in America and you haven't voted before, make sure you vote. Like your life depends on it, because it does. Um, yeah, and that's the other thing. It's like, how much is the debate going to affect somebody's decision? People pretty much decided what side they were on back in January, on the 6th of January in 2021. So you're either on one side or the other.
I already know. Like,
Yeah.
I don't care Joe Biden's a weekend at Bernie's type situation. We're still voting
I mean, there were some things Joe said that were inaccurate. I think he had 9 things he said that were inaccurate as opposed to 30 some that the orange guy said. But I know it's nice being on a cruise. We kind of miss most of this lead up to the elections. We're still there to vote at the end, but so anyway, hopefully things get better. That's all I can say. But it's not just the U.S. There's a lot of places. England's got a vote coming up in July 4th, 7th, July 7th, I think. That could move it back to the left. Um, there's other countries. I mean, we've seen Italy. Italy has gone fairly right wing right now. Even the Netherlands. I mean, there's just places are going crazy. Hey, from Northern Carolina.
and they're all feeding off of hate.
Yeah.
Every single right-wing party is feeding off of hate, and it's disgusting.
Yeah. No excuse not to vote. I agree with you. No excuse not to vote. So it's your obligation as a U.S. citizen to vote, even though
We were
people
told
don't.
that.
Yeah. So I'm from Rhode Island. We are still free. You just joined. We're tendering off the coast of Sicily, and we decided to have a port sea day because we have a couple busy days coming up in Naples and then in Rome. And then we'll probably take it a little easy in the next few ports, and then um, we'll just kind of strategically plan how we're going to do this. So I appreciate everyone who's visiting us, and if people have questions, um, people haven't started coming back to the pool yet, so most people must be having fun out in Sicily and exploring the town. Usually, by this time of day, the pool is pretty packed, but there's not too many people there right now. Going on Liberty in August. Oh, that's cool. Um, we will enjoy Naples. We love Naples. It is beautiful. It's a beautiful blue sky. It's warm. It's hot. That's why we're in our air-conditioned living room. But it looks hot out there. I haven't actually been outside yet today. Well, that's not true. We had breakfast out in the outside part of the windjammer, and it was a little warm in the sun. We like Liberty of the Seas. We've done that once. I like the Freedom class ships.
They're the biggest we like.
They're the biggest we like. We're not really big fans of the Oasis class, or I really don't mind the Quantum class. We've only been on one, which is Odyssey of the Seas. I have cruised Celebrity once, and to be honest, I had expectations that it was an upscale royal, but it's not really. I mean, if you've gone on like Allure and had Broadway shows and then you go on Celebrity and it's just singers and dancers, it's not really comparable. But they just changed the point status where it's status sharing. So if you're Pinnacle on Royal Caribbean, you become like Nexus on Celebrity. So you get Zenith. That's it. I don't know why I say Nexus. Zenith. So you get like free internet and you get free drinks and everything just like you would on Royal Caribbean. So we might do some celebrity cruises in the future. We'll see.
Some are cheap.
Some are cheap. Yeah. And sometimes they go to different ports than Royal. So that's the other thing you look for. But I didn't mind Celebrity. Celebrity was nice. I've done one Norwegian so far in Hawaii, and we're doing another Norwegian next year, August of 2025. We're doing the British Isles on Norwegian out of Southampton. I've done one carnival in the Mediterranean, and I've done 2 Disney cruises. So we will be Pinnacle in New York. So we're about, I don't know, 75 points away from Pinnacle at the moment. Hello, hello. I have never done MSC yet. I've heard people say I've heard mixed things about it. Some people said it's really good. Others say it's kind of bland. I know they do announcements in every language where they have guests. So sometimes you'll listen and the announcements will be like 5 deep because they'll do it in all the different languages, which is kind of cool. Um, Tam added a keyword. Did you add a blocked keyword?
I think I might have accidentally.
Oh, Tam might have accidentally added a blocked word. Um, I have not been on Princess, but Tam was on one Princess and had a really bad experience. So I've heard MSC has good food and wine too. Oh, you're welcome. It's amazing. One of the things that was most surprised to me, because when I started this was just about sharing our adventure. I mean, we're two people going on this ultimate world cruise, and this is our adventure. The amount of people that have messaged me privately that said, I'm trans, or my partner's trans, or my child is trans, and thank you for showing that a trans person can travel and do everything out in the open and be an example for the community, which I hadn't. I mean, that's not why we did this, but it's very heartwarming to know that you know someone can be an example by just doing what they're doing, and it's very heartwarming when people message me that. And I've gotten so many messages from people thanking me for helping them understand what it means to be trans, because they have family members that are trans, or even they might be trans, and they're working through their issues, or not their issues, but their understanding of themselves and what they are and who they are. Yeah, I did the NCL in Hawaii too. I was slightly disappointed too because it only went to American ports, so it only had an American crew. And one of the cool things I like about cruising is you meet everyone from all over the world. The crew members are usually amazing. Not that the Norwegian American crew wasn't fantastic, we had good crew members, but it's just very vanilla. It was very, you know, homogenous. Oh, thank you, Tasha. So we we're just trying to do what we're doing. We if you go to our YouTube channel, Tam and Bobby Adventures, you'll see that this goes back since about 2020. We started when I after I retired, we started doing YouTube videos and of all our adventures, whether it was on our boat or an RV or just traveling through Europe or going on cruises. We documented our adventures pretty much since 2020 on our YouTube channel, and the YouTube channel even includes. I think we did. Oh no, we didn't. We didn't do any RV travels after
I think we
2020.
started it after the RV.
Yeah, so not the RV. We did RVs before, but we weren't doing YouTube channels then. Um, so you'll even be able to see if you go to our YouTube channel. I have a playlist for the Ultimate World Cruise, and you can see from us leaving the house and going to Miami to get on for the gala and then boarding the ship. We have every day up until I'm running a little behind. I think we just did up through Angola is going to come live on Saturday. I got some editing I got to do later today. But it wasn't until Argentina, somewhere near Buenos Aires, when I started posting to TikTok. And it was really Mark Sebastian who encouraged me to post on TikTok. I was assuming TikTok was for the younger crowd, the younger generation, because we had a lot of TikTokers on the Ultimate World Cruise, and that seemed like their medium of choice. And I was letting them have their medium and just kind of staying in my lane. And Mark's like, no, that's crazy. Just do post to TikTok as well, and it's for everyone. And so I started posting somewhere um, around Buenos Aires or the next port afterwards. I started doing, yeah, because Mark Sebastian told us. Morning here in South Carolina, United States. Good morning. Good morning. It is early afternoon here. It's 1:05 in the afternoon on a Saturday afternoon. So, which the weeks just fly by, and we don't really know what day of the week it is unless we're in the elevator, and then it really doesn't mean much to us, other than what others are doing, like family members and stuff. So I know our daughter was going to go to Light Up Melbourne, I think tonight. They're having a thing over the Melbourne Causeway in Florida where they light up the they're going to light up pride lights with flashlights because the governor in Florida made it illegal to light bridges with pride lights this year. So people have been going with flashlights and colored lenses to light up the pride lights along the causeways and the bridges. And so tonight is Melbourne, Florida, and a bunch of people are going out to light up the Melbourne Causeway with the pride lights on their own because it's illegal in Florida to do that. So Um, we won't. We'll continue to post on TikTok when we get home and after we get home. It may not be every day because days at home can be boring, but I'll try and keep it fairly regular so you can see what we're doing. Good evening from Australia. Oh, thank you. Working at the funeral home. Okay. Yeah, every time you think Oklahoma's bad, here comes Florida. Yep. And they're all like Oklahoma, Tennessee, Texas, Florida. They're all vying to be who's the craziest governor. I think it's like a game. Uh, so we'll definitely keep posting.
He seems to be chipping out a little bit, but he knows he's going to be gone soon.
Yeah.
Because he's letting Disney build the next park.
Yeah. So he had a war with Disney over his "Don't Say Gay" bill, but that seems like that's calming down a little bit. I know so much energy for things that like the majority of people don't care about. So, ooh, is there a person up on there going to put up a flag? No, he's doing other maintenance. Flag watch. See if there's going to be somebody putting up a pride flag. We'll see. Keep an eye. I don't know. If we move out of Florida, we will move not to another state, but to another country. Um, but we'll have to see. It'll probably be a few years before we can able to do that. Hey, Ashley, how are you? Are you still on the ship, or are you off on port today? You watched a man wax his nostrils. I know it's amazing what some people watch. I got hooked into this cat that has a video camera on its collar and it just wanders around the streets. I spent like an hour watching this cat wander around a neighborhood. Um, yeah, Bibles in public schools and Ten Commandments in schools, and yeah, that makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah, indoctrination. How are they going to talk about adultery to children?
In the spa, working all day. I'm sorry. We'll come. I'll come see you after Rome because I need some eyebrows. Um, another session of eyebrows. So we'll come see you probably after Rome. Probably maybe one of the days, next couple of days after that. Thank you. It's crazy what they're doing. I know, and it's scary because they're trying to follow along the lines of Hungary and Turkey and turn it into like a white authoritarian Christian nationalist country, which is not what the United States was founded on. So everyone needs to vote. Remember that in November. Go out and vote. Thank you. Ashley is amazing. So at sea with Ashley um, does wonders on my eyebrows and just incredible beautician working on the spa. And if you're on Serenade of the Seas, I recommend you go see Ashley. Other than the US and Australia, where would you choose to live? So we're making a list, checking it twice. Jinx. Um, so we always liked Belize, even though we didn't go to Belize on this cruise. But the places we stopped on this cruise we liked was Grenada. We'd never been to Grenada, but we loved Grenada. Um, Uruguay. Who would ever heard of Uruguay? I mean, I loved Uruguay. We both loved Uruguay. It was really beautiful. Um, if we were French, we could go to Morea, but that's not practical because we're not French. Um, I loved Japan, but it has too many active volcanoes, and our daughter is kind of have a terrified of active volcanoes, so we couldn't go to Japan. I love Vietnam, but as an American, you can't stay there very long. I think Thailand might be really fun, but we've never been to Thailand. We need to go see Thailand. Thailand might be a possibility. I loved the Seychelles and Mauritius, but it's really hard to get to. And I don't know, we could move there as retired people, but it would be hard for our daughter to follow us. So that's not really on the list. So right now, and we've heard Portugal and southern Spain are both really nice places to retire to. And we're going to check those out on the cruise. We haven't been there yet. Um, we haven't been to Newfoundland yet, but it's cold. One of the requirements is.
We've got two requirements.
Yeah.
One requirement is it can't snow at all, and the other requirement is no active volcanoes.
Yeah. We haven't been to the Maldives yet. Not yet. like to go there one of these days. It will be difficult going back to normal day-to-day living.
Maldives is more Muslim now, so it's
Yeah,
not.
that's the other problem is the countries that are more Muslim than Hindu, at least we found this through the South Pacific, have more of an issue with LGBT and trans people than other countries, and so that might be a bit of it. We have some friends on here that are living in southern Spain. They're from Scotland and Ireland, and they live in southern Spain and love it. We have some friends that live in Portugal that were from Brazil originally and live in Portugal, and they love it. So we'll see. We love if we come to Australia, it probably would be Western Australia,
Yeah, southern Western Australia.
Southwestern Australia. Um, yeah, no snow is a big prerequisite. Um, okay, no volcanoes, but cold. I'm in Halifax, Nova Scotia. Yeah, we couldn't. I mean, it could be beautiful. It could be beautiful up there, and we're loving to seeing it. But
Global warming in 10 years.
well, that's the thing, isn't it? I mean, global warming is going to change the heat map of a lot of the places on the planet. So we'll see. Those are the ones so far that we've got on our list, I think. And the most practical that's not Florida or Australia, I think, is probably either Grenada or Belize. Um, just practicality. I mean, we could drive to Belize if we needed to. Um, we were in Sydney all day on March the 8th. We spent it visiting family, Tam's dad and brother and sister-in-law and sister and daughter and daughter's partner all met us in Sydney. And we spent a day in Sydney visiting. Then we visited friends in Newcastle, and then Tam's sister and one daughter got on in Brisbane and actually did the Brisbane to Hong Kong leg. A lot of retirees are moving to Mexico. I think Tam feels really at home in the Yucatan Peninsula area, and we could look at going to Mexico. The issue with Mexico is we don't really speak Spanish, and we probably could pick it up if we were immersed in it. We're trying, but um, that's the only thing that is hesitant on Mexico. Otherwise, Mexico's got a lot of places we would like to go to too. We could definitely see ourselves living there. Um, there were some people that said Ecuador was good. We didn't go to Ecuador because there was civil unrest going on, so we skipped the Ecuador port. So I can't answer about Ecuador, but at the moment, it doesn't seem like it's necessarily safe at the moment. Um, but I know a lot of people go there. So that's our short list. Chile was nice, but it's very arid and very hilly. Other than the coast, if you are so southern Chile was cold. We went through the fjords of Chile.
It was beautiful.
It was beautiful but cold. So that was a no. You get up to like Valparaiso, still was a little cool. Wasn't like our climate yet. But then you get up to like Arica, and it's more arid and deserty. And it wasn't really. Um, we didn't really jive with Chile as much. I don't think. Um, it was nice to visit, but we wouldn't probably want to live there. Oh, thank you, Kelly. We enjoyed having it. Hey, Lauren. I think you're in the area somewhere, aren't you? I don't think we're actually going to meet up on this cruise because you're like one port day ahead of us. Lauren's on another ship and sailing around the Mediterranean right now, but I don't think our port days line up. So right now our families are spread out between Australia and South Florida and Central Florida and Mississippi, Louisiana. So they're already pretty spread out. Somebody's like, "Do you feel moving so far away from your family?" You're looking at me like I said something weird.
Because you said so many Florida, but we've got one granddaughter in South Florida, one in Louisiana.
And we have a daughter in Central
She's
Florida.
only there because we're there.
Oh, I know, but
So
so she'll go with us. Okay, that was the weird look I was getting. Yes, the daughter in Central Florida will move wherever we move. Oh, you just got home? We were so close.
Oh no. Let me say.
Can you bring a guest on board during port days? We can't as guests, but if you know somebody that's crew, they can arrange to have a guest pass for the day. So we've been told. But we can't as guests. It's not a thing. So So find a crew member you like, and just moved from Melbourne, Florida. Way too hot. Really? Well, I mean, depends on where you're from. To be fair, I grew up in Connecticut, and I moved to Florida in 1982 to go to college. And the first summer I stayed in Florida over the summer, I'd never left the house in slash air conditioning until about 4 or 5 in the afternoon. So yeah, but now I'm acclimatized, so I'm good. Top three cities you've been to on the ship.
Okay, cities is a different question.
Yeah,
So Montevideo
Montevideo we liked.
was a good one.
Yeah,
I like Trieste.
Trieste was really nice. And the little wall, is that the walled city? The one that we had to take the elevator up? That was Kotor. That was
That was Prague, Slovenia. But that's not a
Slovenia.
city, that's a town.
Uh,
That only had like 10,000 people.
I like Cape Town actually.
Yep, okay.
I would say Cape Town. Cape Town, Trieste, and Montevideo are three favorite cities on the trip so far.
Montevideo.
Montevideo. Hey, Roz. Good morning. But to be fair, we're not really city girls, especially Tam. Tam's not a city person. We're more ruins, countries, doors. um,
More critters.
Critters.
Hills, trees, mountainsides, jungles, rivers.
Well, thank you, Joe Lindsay. Hi. So you can see people are starting to make their way back. There's towels now out on a lot of the. Oh, look, I missed it.
They put just the white flag in?
Just the pride flag. Did anybody catch that? I was busy looking at the screen in the comments. I didn't see it, but they raised the pride flag for me because I complained to the hotel director. I took a picture of the empty flag thing and sent it to the hotel director. I'm like, there are no flags flying today. He's like, arg. Hold on, give me a minute. Then he's like, the bridge team had one job. Now it's up. Yay! That makes me feel actually really good that the pride flag is flying. Took your first cruise at 57. Don't wait till you're 57. No, well, my first one wasn't until I was 40 something. So yeah, I'll be 62 soon. So, did you enjoy your egg banjo? I did actually. Actually, Tam made themselves an egg banjo today. I keep forgetting to film the breakfast, and then I know people have asked for lunch and dinner. Um, I'm trying to remember one of these days. The problem with dinner is we start drinking about 4 o'clock. So when we go to dinner at 7:45, a lot of times I forget to film it. Um, well, the bridge, yeah, the bridge probably has more than one job, um, but I'm glad they put up the pride flag. Yay!
Just the pride. I don't know why they haven't got the other flags. Usually we have a royal and a.
Yeah, usually when you're in port, you put the country. So there should be an Italy flag up there and a Royal Caribbean flag. But they put the pride flag, obviously, just because some guest
Was throwing a tantrum.
was throwing a tantrum. She was throwing a tantrum. She made a.
She's a pit.
Yeah, I was doing my pinnacle in training impression of. Why do you have to force your beliefs on others? I don't have to force my beliefs. They're my beliefs. You don't, and you don't have to agree with them or not. But they're my beliefs. So.
Hey, TJ just got rid of that person.
All right.
It's about to. He disappeared.
So counting down. I've been asked not to count down. What I do now is I put like day 202 of 274. So I leave the counting up to as an exercise to the reader at home. So, oops, I got to do the little puzzle piece here. Hold on. Okay, we're safe. I had to do the little puzzle thing. Yeah, a lot of people are like, no, don't tell us how many days are left. Some people like countdown, some don't. I know, but now I kind of leave it up. So you have both dates. You have the current date and you have the end date, and so you can subtract the two. Subtraction is easy for most people, not me, but most people. Um, yeah, definitely pinnacle in training. I stamped my feet and complained that they didn't have the pride flag up, and that's the only one they put up. So
That's weird.
it is weird, but I'm happy that it's up. There's not really a drama. The news media is making a whole lot of the space station stuff and Boeing Starliner. it's a test flight. They're being very cautious. They're making changes to the software. They're testing the software before they get to try it in space. So there's no emergency. There's no panic. It's all um, sensationalizing in the media. So June went by very fast, considering we were in the west coast of Africa when we turned Pride Month, and then they raised the Pride flag about the 3rd or 4th of June, I think, and it was a big party. And then they had it on for like 2 or 3 days, and then it was off, and then they put it on for a day or two, and then I think it's only been up for maybe a week, a little over a week in the month of June. Now, some of them in South Africa they couldn't put it up because of the local laws. Um, so anyway, still cruising. Yep, we have
What plane
70,
were we at? 202?
202. So I'm saying 72. I'm trying to do the math in my head. I don't like doing public math. Public math is embarrassing. Hey, you're from South Africa. We loved South Africa. It was really a beautiful place. We liked what
They
used
have
to
a
be.
lot of Australian trees.
They do have a lot of Australian trees. We loved Berta, and then we went to Mossel Bay. That was really nice. And then, of course, Cape Town was amazing. We loved Cape Town. So there's another pool on the other side of that
Covered
covered area over there in the solarium. That's the adult pool.
under the mast.
Under the, yeah. So, but there are two pools, and there's actually a kids pool in the back, but it's manned by Adventure Ocean people, so it's not open all the time. How long? Italy's lovely. So we have a few ports in Italy. After today in Sicily, we're in Naples. Then we have Civitavecchia, where there's a tour into Rome. We're doing Livorno, which is Florence, Pisa area. We're doing Portofino. So I think there's, how many is that? Four more Italy ports. And we've already done Bari, Ravenna, and Trieste. So 7 total ports in Italy this cruise. You just went to those stops?
Yeah, it's lowering.
Yeah.
I was watching it.
I kind of want to go to Portofino for some reason. Of all of the ones, that's the one I've never been to. I'd like to see something there. Did you go to Portofino, Lauren? I can't remember. And then there's a bunch of people that got off to do the President's Cruise, which was a 1 week cruise out of Barcelona, which should be ending tomorrow. Um, we'll keep doing videos. Definitely keep doing videos whenever we're doing something fun and exciting, or even not. You want to know what our life is. We're sitting on the back porch watching the squirrels um, terrorize the dog. That's probably worthy of TikTok. But we'll definitely keep it. Yes, we're having a strategic port sea day. We're resting because we have Naples coming up, which is going to be a long day for us, and then after that is the tour to Rome, where Tam is going to. I haven't seen any of my cruisers lately. Really, it's weird how the algorithm changes, and sometimes people show up. You can always search for them. Cruise Mom and Dad post regularly. Anthony posts regularly. Angie, Dr. Jenny, Frugal Vagabond, Brooklyn. Um, they all pretty much post pretty regularly.
There's
Joy,
Tran.
Joy Tran, and Josh and Ina.
Josh and Ina, who's a Mazu.
Yeah, Mazu. So they're still posting. So you have to kind of maybe search for them sometimes. Yeah, I mean, there's only so much on TikTok you can watch. But today we are tendered out off of Sicily. What was the name again? Syracuse. We're off the little town of Syracuse in Sicily. Um, we'd love to see the squirrel and the dog. The squirrel knows that the dog freaks out, and he runs up and back and forth. The squirrel.
It's Beatrix.
So there's sometimes there's the male one that's
similar.
Full frontal. When he's standing on the screen, you can kind of see everything, all the parts. But a lot of times it's one that Tam is named Beatrix.
No, Anthony's back.
Anthony is back. No, we saw him.
No more independent journeys, I don't think.
No, not. Didn't have any plan, but he is back.
But he doesn't really play.
Yeah, all of a sudden he's just like, him and Brandy are both like impetuous type of thing, where they're like, oh, let's do this independent journey, and then boop, they're off. are we the only ones that talk about Josh? We like Josh and Nina. They're they wander around, do lives a lot. He posts, but I think they do lives more than posting. I don't know, but he's actually taking classes, a bunch of classes right now. So while he's doing a world cruise, he's also going to college and taking classes. So um,
So Anthony's doing another independent journey. He told us the other day he wasn't doing enough.
well, he does. I get that he wants to avoid Italy. He had a really bad experience in Italy,
And Italy is very racist.
and Italy at the moment is very racist. So I get why he'd want to do another independent journey and skip Italy. But um, so yeah, um,
Like a lot of our crew couldn't get off in Italy. They wouldn't let the Asian crew get off.
yeah. Tam is welcome to get on camera, but they don't. They choose not to. So I'm going to respect that. Yeah, I mean, it's like Italy. Italy's easy to get to. Most cruise ships go to Italy. I've actually also traveled to Italy by train. Done a bunch of times in Italy. So yeah, he had a really big, really bad racist event.
But it's not even that. It's just I think it's very confronting for a lot of the minorities on board that were around Africa, seeing their people, and then
Right.
coming here to very very white
Yeah,
people. It's a big contrast.
and we've had friends that even mentioned that going around Africa that it was so um,
Heartwarming to
heartwarming
see
for them to see
their people.
the entire country full of people with the same amount of melanin as they have for the people that look like them and they're comfortable and now you're back to the thing and you've got people that don't look like you and you don't know whether they're going to be racist or not or other things so
And they are.
tend to be so it is sad but I completely understand why Anthony would do another independent journey so hey from Minneapolis thank you we have a friend that lives in Indianapolis. He's a airline flight attendant for
Is that
Delta.
where he lives?
He's near Minneapolis. He, he's close to the
Is
airport because
Minneapolis in Minnesota?
yeah,
Oh, well, that's what I
it's
know.
part of Minneapolis. St. Paul is the metropolitan area. 2024. I know. Tell him to move to Australia. Yeah, I mean, I think Australia is better. I think there still is
There's
some,
still some, but not as
but
bad.
not as bad. Certainly not as bad as the U.S. and some of the places that have right wing governments nowadays. So
And they're just blatant with it.
yeah. Good morning from Fort Worth, Texas. Hello. It's been a big holiday. Um, the next two things we have is we have the Big Gay Cruise, February 3rd, on Independence of the Seas out of Miami, and we're doing Norwegian Dawn in August of 2025 out of Southampton, which is doing the British Isles. Those are the next two cruise things. We know they'll probably be. We turn Pinnacle in New York, and so we get a free cruise, free 7-day cruise in the Caribbean. And we'll probably do it on Icon because that's the best value. I mean, it's free. It doesn't matter as long as it's in the Caribbean in 7 days, and they give you a free balcony. So why not do the one that's the most expensive, which currently is like Icon of the Seas? So we'll probably do Icon sometime after February because it's got to be a year old before you can do it with a free cruise. Um, any port that we're looking forward to, particularly forward to. Well, tomorrow in Naples, Tam's been looking forward to Palos Caserta,
I want to go to Greenland too.
Greenland, because it's
It's close.
I mean, it's not a place normal people go to. So I've been to Iceland a few times. We're not a few times. Well, I went on a cruise to Iceland. It had 3 days in Iceland, so I've been there once. But I've been overnighting in Reykjavik, and then we went up to Arakoka on the north side. But we're just doing overnighting in Reykjavik on this one. Yeah, I mean, we're not big fans of Icon, but we'd like to do it once to say we've done it, and so we might as well use our free cruise on Icon. We're not really big ship people. We like this size and up to like Freedom class. So those are good. But yeah, we're excited about. We do 2 stops in Greenland. Um, we stop in, I don't know how to say it. It's like Qoqouq or something. Quack, quack, quack. And then Nuuk, Nuuk, are the two places we stop in Greenland. So we're looking forward to that. Yeah, definitely use the free cruise for the expensive ones. Other than that, I've been to a couple places in Norway, but some of the northern Norway stops I'm kind of looking forward to a little bit.
And just sailing through it's going to be cool.
Yeah, and through all that, because most of the little towns in Norway you have to sail through fjords, and a lot of times we don't catch the sail in because it's like in the morning, but the sail outs are pretty impressive too. Um, so Ireland I've been to, but Tam hasn't been to yet. So
I've been to Ireland.
yeah,
I haven't.
Ultimate World Cruiser has arrived.
I
As well.
have, yes.
And so Ireland is, I've been to, I really love Ireland. Um,
Bagged up.
oh, you got one. Body tattoos. That's so cool. Look what Ultimate World Cruiser got me.
The pride
Body tattoos.
That's cool. But you said, oh, you got one. Like,
Well,
she was expecting.
no, I thought they were she posted the thing about the
the
masquerade mask. I
Yeah,
thought it was
no,
one of
I
those.
didn't get that.
No.
I don't plan on staying away. No.
Thank you, Sabrina. So thank you. You say hi? Kind of turn it a little bit if you want. But Sabrina got me pride tattoos, body tattoos. You can kind of see that people are starting to come back to the ship. Um, it is very hot. So we've probably been on about an hour and a half or so. We probably should call it a day for this live.
People are saying hi, Sabrina.
Listen,
Lauren said hi, Sabrina.
Sabrina says hi back, everyone.
Joy said hi, Sabrina.
Sabrina's given us a data dump of what she did.
I got earrings that match
your bag.
And a bracelet. It's got wet, so it's a little dark out.
But yeah, oh, cool. We're getting some of Sabrina's. Hold on. Let me show you.
So I got earrings that match my bag.
That's so cool.
And a bracelet for the earrings were €10.
That's so cool.
Handmade by this little Italian guy.
That's cool. We're going to call it a day, and we will talk to y'all later. Thank you for coming on and being part of our live, and thank you for following all our videos. You can follow our videos on TikTok. We have a YouTube channel, Tam and Bobby Adventures. So TikTok changed something. My profile, I used to have a web link to the Ultimate World Cruise itinerary, and it no longer supports that. So I changed it to a link to our Facebook page for Tam and Bobby Adventures, and there's a pinned post on there for the Google Earth itinerary for Ultimate World Cruise. So you can get to it from our Facebook page, and enjoy. I hope you all have a great day, and we will talk to you soon. Bye. Bye.